Welcome to the Oklahoma City Real Estate Show September Review. This is September 2020. We're rolling in today into October 1st. We're going to be talking about the recap of the last 30 days in Oklahoma City. Jumping right in, I like to look at Oklahoma City limits. This is our median sales price. Median sales price last month was $230. This past month, $230 again. We've now flatlined at the $230 median sales price, which if we look at the long term, I think we talked about this before. We've done this several times around this time period. For example, September 2019, we were at 165. Then October, we were at 164. Then we were at 163 by November. So generally, when we get into the fall months like this, we do kind of see a slack. However, I had forecasted that between the 200 and 300 price point, we would get an inventory increase. And let's look at those numbers as we go through each and every price range. So 100,000 or less, and these are going to be the top four price point ranges in Oklahoma City that are the most popular. So that's what we're going to focus on in this short video here. So $100,000 and less, we're dropping a median to $75,000 in that range for September coming out of it. For 100,000 to 200,000, we're up at 165. For 200,000 to 300,000, we've kind of flatlined again since August, which that 200 to 300 is really the bulk of that's the bread and butter inventory. The 300 to 600 price point has gone down to 375 from August, which was on a downward trend from 379. Now we're at 375. Let's look at the amount of homes for sale total for this last month, transitioning from August to now. We've got $100,000 and less, going from 35 units available last month to August to September ending at 30 units. So we're down on the total units available by 5. Inventory is also down in the 100 to 200 range, down to 170 units available from August at 214. The 200 to 300 price point down in homes for sale down to 245. So as we see the interest rates going up, we're also seeing, though, inventory going down until we hit the 300 to 600 price point, which we've jumped up from August at 327 to we ended September at 367. That's an 80% increase total over the last 12 months. So that's an interesting thing to look at. I think some important things to qualify that is in the 300 to 600 price point, 44% of that inventory is new construction in Oklahoma City. I'm not talking about Edmond. I'm not talking about Yukon. I'm not talking about Moore. I'm talking about in Oklahoma City. 44% of the inventory between 300 and 600 is new construction, which is it's kind of a flip-flop from where it was before. So you're going to be seeing a lot of incentives, and we've already seen that by new builders in that price point. So if you're looking in new construction, you want new construction, you like that new insulation, the modern energy efficiency of a new home build, now is a good time to look over there with incentives if you're looking. In the 200 to 300 range, about 27% is new construction now. Home inventory in the 200 to 300, we already talked about that, went down. Home inventory in the 300 to 600 range has gone up this last month. Mortgage applications, where are they? They've actually gone up this last month by 4%, which is a good welcome gain as they were going down. Refinances are still down 83%, but that's expected. I mean, unless you need to cash out or you're maybe get a divorce and you need to refinance to pay off a spouse or something like that, really not the time to refinance as the rates are high right now and expected to go a little bit higher. So The other thing I want to talk about in this quick video is let's look at a little bit about what's changed in our city the last 30 days. What's opened up? So we got a cheeseburger joint. We got Vault Bistro and Lounge opens in the Village. 7 other new restaurants opened up on Memorial Road. The lower section of Scissortail Park. This is kind of a big one. This kind of completes the Scissortail Park. This would be the section that almost goes directly to the river, not south of the river, but almost backs up to the river. And I had my drone out to get an incredible video, and I literally crashed this thing into a factory. I swear I wasn't negligent, but I was flying backwards trying to get a shot for you guys, and I smacked into the side of the factory there south of Matt Hoffman Skate Park at roughly 41 miles an hour, 155 feet in the air. I'll show a picture here of the safety officers inspecting the building to make sure I didn't cause any damage that could hurt the factory workers. So they did that, and then they found my drone. Sadly, which was destroyed. I mean, the plastic was like melted. It was pretty wild. So anyways, so this park is open and it includes like pickleball courts, some basketball courts, a pavilion hill for concerts to be able to be had there, and then a little kind of concession area to kind of organize events and things like that. So pretty busy last 30 days in Oklahoma City. If you got any questions about anything specific I didn't talk about today, shoot me an email. No problem with the email. You can comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're on the podcast, my email, best way to get a hold of me, that's Landon, Landon, at OKCreal.com. That's OKCreal.com. Landon, Landon, at OKCreal.com. I love talking real estate. I love talking with you about moving to Oklahoma City. And before we close this podcast, I do want to talk about your concern for a recession. One of the things that happened in 2010, I think it was 2009, was Forbes magazine rated Oklahoma City as a recession-proof city. And I went back to that article and I read through what kind of indicators they were doing and maybe see if anything's changed. And basically the summary is this. We have a lot of government and medical and federal Air Force bases here, Tinker Air Force Base, and then universities. So just to not name just the first let's go to the first 6 employers here. The state of Oklahoma has 44,000 employees. Tinker Air Force Base has 26,000 employees here in Oklahoma City. University of Oklahoma down in Norman, which influences Oklahoma City, has 11,000 employees. Integris Health in Oklahoma City has 11,000 employees. Amazon has 8,000 employees. Hobby Lobby stores, which their headquarters are here, they have 5,500 employees. Mercy Hospital, another 5,500 employees. And the FAA, Mike Maroney, Aeronautical Training Centers here, what do they have, 5,100? I mean, so in terms of the main core, government infrastructure, education, and health just statistically don't change at all during a recession, if there is such a thing coming. So just be aware that this is a stable, linear market that performs very well during a recession. And now we're seeing slight softening on the overprice situation that we had just earlier this summer. And that's bringing us back to reasonable numbers for home sales and good negotiations. We're getting closing costs again. We're getting fair negotiations again, where buyers and sellers are beginning to talk about deals and getting creative again with the contracts. So it's a very exciting time to be in there. And as far as the monthly payment, if you're concerned with your interest rate, you can always refinance when that interest rate goes down. If you're renting, your interest rate on renting is 100%. Okay. That means 100% of what you're paying is going away. So if you're renting, waiting on the sidelines for the interest rates, and that's the only reason, you might reconsider that, as it's only a few $1,000s to refinance. And guess what? That few $1,000s comes out of the equity of your home. And over the last 15 years in Oklahoma City, we have a stable median appreciation between 3 and 5% throughout the metro. So if you buy a $200,000 house, well, you've already gained $6,000 just in that one first year of ownership, which more than offsets the refinance fee once the interest rates come to a part where you want to refinance. So let's talk. Email me, call me anytime. I love hearing from you guys. We got a new transaction coordinator starting for you local people that have worked with me a lot. So she's in training now, and she'll be coming on the set. I'm very excited about that. I always like the good team element. So anyways, I will keep talking forever. So let me end this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.